Hey everyone, Aparna here, back with day 25. Yes, day 25. So happy with how this one is going on. I really enjoyed painting the previous one that you can see on the left side. Really excited with how that one came out. And yeah, I guess me being happy just means there is going to be another forest. So yes, as you can imagine, I was looking at I was looking through Pixel's website, and I was looking for a reference picture, and of course I had to go through forests and those kind of reference pictures, and I came across this one which was closer to rocks and not trees really, but it is a setting in a forest. And I thought, you know what, let's give it a shot. The last one turned out to be fantastic, so I'm going to try and see how this one works out. And yes, enjoyed every bit of it. And what I enjoyed the most was the process of layering the color that I was doing in here is exactly or very similar to what I do when I do it on a canvas. I only wish these four tree stumps that I made, I wish I had either added another tree somewhere or given it an odd number. Generally, pictures look pretty good, paintings look good when there are odd numbers in there. However, it's okay, it's just something I learning in the process. And I have the sketchbook in front of me, and I really do wish I had drawn one more tree, but that's all right. I mean, if I want, I can still do it, but then I reminded myself that it is a sketchbook. It's my place to explore, and it's not my place to you know regret about things. It is about letting go of my feelings and experimenting to see what I can create, how I can create. I can experiment my compositions, I can experiment the value study and things like that. So yeah, I can see that I wish I had made one more tree. I think it would have been a bit more pleasing to the eye, but absolutely loved how this entire process came out. I had moments of, those moments when I was going through what we call as ugly stages in this painting. I felt like giving up like so many times during this one, not because I was struggling with the surface, not because it was on paper, not because of the brush, nor because of the color, but just because of the process. This is how I generally build my canvas. I do my block-ins depending on the subject that I'm painting. I've generally seen people, artists, they apply a layer of burnt sienna or some kind of a red background or an orange background or a blue background, depending on the subject. If they want warmth in their subject, I've seen they mostly add warm colors like burnt sienna or red, and if they need a cool hue to the painting, cooler touch to the painting, then I have seen many go for shades of blue. So I did do that, I used to do that, and somehow I have seen that I gravitate towards using the base layers of the subjects as my covering the surface with. Oh, that did not sound very right, did it? What I mean is, I like to use the base layer of a subject as, like for example, the rocks. The rocks were all here dark green, dark green to very dark green as per the reference pictures. So I chose to add blue, green, little bit of white and a little bit of black in my mixture, and I created these dark colors, and over that I would be layering the light colors. So that's how I do. If it's a forest, I will do the background with the lightest shade of green, and then I start layering up. I like to do it light to dark or dark to light depending on the scene. If it's the floor, the forest floor, I've seen that I prefer going with a dark on the floor and then gradually building each rock as I go through it. And for the sky or for the leaves, I use the lightest shade of green first, and then I sort of come towards the darkest color in the end. So whichever object comes in the foreground gets the darkest leaves. So that is how I generally process my work, and I do experiments, but not much when it comes to my acrylic processes, because I just love what I do. But I do want to learn more different techniques and different ways of applying colors, and something the fact that we can, maybe I just feel that I haven't explored the burnt sienna background a lot in my acrylic paintings. I haven't really done that. I from the very beginning I have been applying the colors directly on a white surface, and I like the brightness that comes out because of that. And I do understand that in nature you don't always have those kind of white vibrancy, or the not white vibrancy, that was probably not the right thing to say, the vibrancy that comes when the surface is white. So I like that. I love to see bright greens and bright colors and bright oranges. So that's why I have been doing it that way. And I love how the things work and how the painting looks in the end, and I think that's what matters in the end. However, I would be trying out different styles as well. So applying burnt sienna or a red or a light blue on a canvas, I definitely would love to try and see what happens when I do that. And like any other thing, I know I have to persevere through the stages. This was so hard at this time. It looked so ugly to me at the time when I was doing it. Every bit of me wanted to just stop doing it. And I've been doing art for quite some time, so I understood, it's just a normal process. We call that ugly stages. I'm sure if you are an artist, even if you are a beginner, you will know what it means. There are stages in art, in creativity, where before something actually turns out to be pretty and nice and complete and finished and done, there are things and there are times you don't want to really, you struggle through those stages. And those are the times when I have noticed that people stop doing the work. They give up. They think that they are not good at the artwork. They are not good with painting, or they are not good with the sketching, and they just stop it, never to come back. Or at least they come back after 20 years, 10 years, 15 years, and in the meantime they have been missing art. They have been crying about it somewhere inside them. They have been feeling lost. They want to reconnect, but they keep blaming themselves. But that is actually not the case. Every artwork, every piece, they go through a certain stage from applying colors. Because what I've seen is, when you create something, I'm specifically talking about art and paintings here, when you start creating it, one layer of each color if you like the effect, then that is okay, that's perfectly all right. But giving layers helps in creating a sense of depth in the artwork. And while creating depths, it is not really easy. You cannot really see the finished end product immediately. Those are the stages, we call them as ugly stages. I really feel we should not be saying that, because it might, for some people it might have a, sort of a negative feeling to it. But it is what it is. It really doesn't look very good at these stages, and I think that's how it earned its name. But it's a fact, it happens. Looking at this right now, I while I was creating it, right now I know, I've seen what is the end of it, so I know everything counts, what is happening here. But at the time of painting this, I was struggling. I was like, oh boy, what is happening here? Am I even doing the right thing? Those voices in the head that are always trying to, make you give up. It happens. It happens. I don't know why. Don't seem to have a rationale to it, but it happens. And those are the time when you need to persevere, because these things, creative things, paintings, drawings, sketchings, they take time. You see them born on the paper. That's what I always say. Every painting is born in front of your eyes, and that's the beauty. I would love it if everybody could just understand that. These ugly stages does not mean that you don't know art. It does not mean that you are not capable of doing good paintings. It's not always about the quality of art. Yes, good quality art supplies will definitely help you, but more than that, practice is what is required. Perseverance is a must. Love for your artwork, absolutely must. If you have all these things come together, then you actually see your artwork being born right in front of your eyes. And that is what I really would like you to get encouraged about. If you see this, I know this is not a masterpiece, because I was not really intending to make a finished artwork. I had to tell myself that these artworks are like thumbnails, just to get the idea together, just to see what all I would like to see on a bigger canvas. So I did my best to refrain from giving too many details. However, I did tell myself, it's my artwork, it's my sketchbook. If I want to give details, I will give details. And boy, did I do that. I absolutely went for it. I gave details. However, certain details I did not really give, like leaves, and you can't really paint every single leaf that is out there, and that is okay. So I left the background with lesser details, so that the closer ones, the ones in the foreground, are much more clearer. I do wish I had given a little bit more highlight on the rocks. I feel I at that time when I was painting it, it actually showed pretty well. However, now that I'm seeing the artwork in front of me and I'm giving the voiceover the next day, and I can see that those highlights have actually dulled down, like they are not as bright as it was yesterday when I was creating this artwork. So these are the stages one has to go through. I really loved how this painting was slowly coming together and giving it a shape, giving it a design. I could actually start seeing it pretty much more towards the end, that yeah, something was happening here. Now at this time, as you can see, because I love giving details, I wanted to give some details in the back. I had to hold back on that, because when you paint, it's a good thing if you let some details go off, because it's not a camera lens tends to focus on every minute details, but in real life that doesn't happen. You can't really see things that are on that are very far from you. Now that is a concept I'm learning, because I am so used to using photographs for my references. So this was a bit hard for me to do. was finding it, I was tempted to constantly go back and finish on the background of these trees, but I tried not to do so. So this is my learning process. I'm going to try and learn and incorporate that in my paintings and see how it is different from what I make when I have a reference picture taken, photography, basically using a photography. So yeah, experimenting, because it's a sketchbook, I can do so. And I was really enjoying giving these highlights, and I had fun. I have some more artworks to do, I think around 15 more, and then I will have 40 artworks done. Isn't that amazing? I am having a fantastic time. And paper, acrylics on paper, this concept is really growing on me. And I'm having a wonderful time. And yeah, before I go, I will just want to let you know I finished 100 days drawing challenge which I did for myself. So I'm going to post that video very soon. And yeah, well, nothing more to say really. I'm really enjoying my stuff, and I'm going to, once this voiceover is over, I will go ahead and I'm going to start the day 26 work, and I will see you guys very soon. And if you like this video, then please do like, share and subscribe. Until next time, stay happy, stay creative, and have a fantastic time with your sketchbooks. And I just realized that I have some more cut pieces of my canvas which I found yesterday in my drawer, and I'm going to take them out and I'll see what I can do. And they are almost 6 inches into 6 inches size, so I'm looking forward to do something on that as well. And definitely will be posting them for you guys to have fun and see. And looking forward so much to different things. I'm going to start with my big canvas as well. So many things, guys. Grab your sketchbook, have a fantastic time. Take your pens, take your pencils, take your colors, and absolutely have a blast. Until next time, stay happy and stay creative. Bye bye.